what is the finish, what is the layout, and then we've got the carpet. There's decisions here on color, on pattern, on size, on placement. Is there a kind of matting underneath to keep it from being non-slip? We definitely have gone here with something more decorative. And again, we're going to assume that this is custom. These might even be vintage chairs that have been repurposed. We've got the custom upholstery, which again, there's a fabric choice. There is a layout of the pattern choice. There's little decisions like how is it secured to the chair and the finish for the edging. Metal finish that was selected here. A big one, and this happens to be a pet peeve of mine, you need to know the height and the distance between the top of the chair and the bottom of the table. I don't know if you've ever gone to a restaurant and the chairs are way too low or way too high, and you just feel like you're sitting awkwardly from where the table is, where your arms comfortably rest and how you eat your food. Can you cross your legs comfortably? When you're doing some sort of custom upholstery on a chair like this, you need to keep the height of the chair in mind and the end result of what you want so that you're not accidentally reupholstering something too low or too high. There is certainly a good amount of layering of colors in this photo. You have the shape of the table, you have the shape of the base, you have the materials, you have the color stain, you have the finishes, you have the placement, sizing, and then we've got the accessories happening here. It is not as simple as just finding accessories that fit the color palette or the style. There is playing with height that's happening here. There's placement, there's size consideration. You have different textures that are being brought in to create levels of dimension here. Then you have decisions on what kind of plant, flower, foliage to put inside, and that plays a very big part in what happens in the room. What would be different if you had a totally different plant in here? What would be different if the sizes of any of these were different? Back to this corner, we've got built-in shelving here as well as decor and some storage, right? So these were decisions that were made from an architectural perspective, from a color finish perspective, because remember, there's always the ability to make different decisions here. So when you're considering what specs were decided in a room, remember that almost anything that you close your eyes and point your finger on could have been different. The moldings on here could have been different. They could have been a different width. They could have been a different design. They could have been a different color paint. They could have been a different stain, a different finish, right? So let's remember, if any of this is paint, there's which kind of paint? Is it flat? Is it matte? Is it high gloss? Right? Is there lighting in here? We can't see that, but what if there's LED lighting in here? And then again, with the lighting, can that be turned on separately? Then this can be turned on separately. Then this can be turned on. Okay, this was a long video. Put in the comments how you think you scored from a 1 to 10. You can even put in the number of specs that you found.